Welcome guys, some of you might remember my try of putting the feedback of yours into videos, which I called Feedback Friday at first, but since it's not Friday today, I will from now on call it a vlog, I guess. And the goal is because YouTube and all the other channels are kind of messed up to keep track of feedback and such. I'll hit you up with feedback that I got over the week or 2 or 3 and just share it with all of you guys, as well as some news and some questions from my side. So let's get started with comments on the adventure that I played. As you can see in the background, it's still BRM, it's still Blackrock Mountain. So what happened in Blackrock Mountain? Stevie asked what happened on my rag run, because, well, rag was supposed to be summoned and killed, but it didn't. As I found out, there is a bug with Bane of Doom, which I used to kill the Major Domo in the encounter, and, well, he happened to just explode instead of calling Ragnaros. I don't know, maybe because he was so frightened of the demon that I summoned from this. And Joachim commented that he felt like the encounters are supposed to be easy, which is based on my criticism towards the normal mode of sorry, the normal mode of the encounters being too easy usually. I kind of agree on the design part, because every player has to get access to the new cards, and the encounters have to be somewhat beatable for everyone, even if they just have basic cards. And even if they play badly, which I totally agree on. But my point usually with the normal mode is that I take a usual, like a common lighter deck randomly usually, and just beat the encounters. And the third wing of Blackrock Mountain, the Blackrock Spire, I killed all encounters including class challenges in 20 minutes by just choosing a random deck that just laid around and just killed the bosses. So my point on this is basically that I would like even the normal bosses to have some kind of special mechanic that forces you to bring your own deck, which doesn't mean you have to have all the legendary cards, but it means that you, like, let's take Drakazet for example, which is the guy that caps you at 1 mana and makes all your cards cost 1 mana. I mean, this encounter is super nice, and you just have to realize that you have to put expensive cards in there to be able to beat the encounter. So you put in a Boulder Fist Ogre, a Force Tank Max, I don't know, a Sprint, or a Flame Strike, or whatever basic or common card you can come up with, which is expensive and impactful. So that's my whole point. It's not like I don't have to like spend 2 hours on the normal mode, but I kind of feel like it would be better for everyone if we had to spend at least a single thought on every boss. Which, I mean, every boss. And just don't beat them with the normal decks that you usually take on. So it's just like the game is so much about deck building and playing with these decks that I feel like it should challenge each opponent, like each player's deck building skills. And that's my point on it. Feel free to comment on this as well. I would be interested in how you guys actually see the encounters and how you like or dislike the difficulty of all the modes and bosses in particular. That's about the adventure. Then I got a comment from Stevie about my implosion. It's not even confirmation bias at this point. Implosion hates you, and well, yeah, it does. Then Dragon Skull was so kind to comment on my new outro. I would really like to get more feedback on this. It's nothing special, but I felt like it was like kind of a weakness of my videos that they ended so abruptly every time, and I felt like an outro could make it a little bit better. And I would like your opinion on it, because, well, you have to see it after the videos. So If you hate it, let me know, and if you love it, let me know. Would be nice. Then I got questions towards the decks that I played. One is for the mid-range warrior, and I got this question like thrice. If there is a replacement for Grommash, and I have to say, no, there isn't. Grommash is a really powerful card for the warrior, which gives you a lot of reach, or at least a threat to put on the board that has to be dealt with immediately because it deals 10 damage. If you would like to try the mid-range warrior that I played, but you have no Grommash, you might want to try a little bit more combo approach with like a Warsong Commander, or maybe some other impactful card like Kel'Thuzad, for example. But it will alter the playstyle of the deck quite a bit, so I cannot really recommend it, but if you want to try it, that's probably your best bet then. Another replacement question for the Warlock Zoo that I played. It's usually I don't have Dr. Boom what to replace it with, and I always say it's not necessary to get the replacement in the same mana range, especially in the deck that runs 2 Doom Guards. You usually don't want to have many expensive cards in there. Dr. Boom is just such a powerful card that you want it into like almost every deck, even in Zoo, because it's nice to be played even if you're behind, and if you're ahead it's even better. So overall, what you might want to do if you think you want to have a big body in there, then probably go for a Sea Giant, but I didn't test it. Like if it can be played consistently at a low mana cost. Otherwise, you can just go for some other zoo-like minions, like, I don't know, Harvest Golem, Shattered Sun Cleric, Imp Gang Boss, Second Leper Gnome, if you take my old list. Stuff like that can fit into it very well and reduces the chance of discarding some great cards with Doom Guards also. Then there was a pretty obvious question. Massimo, don't be too hard on yourself, but the question was, like, do you stream on Twitch? And of course I do. You can see it in the lower side, even here on the screen. The Twitch logo and the Twitch link is, of course, on my channel page, as well as in every single signature of each video. Then I got the usual question, which I will address here, of course, too. Which program I use for the decklist? It goes by the sophisticated name Hearthstone Deck Tracker, and I just use it for the stream purposes so that you guys can follow what happens on screen, even if you're like jumping into it right away. Okay, and since I just commented on my signature in the videos, I also included a link to Hearthstone into my signature of each video, because people currently asked me a lot, especially on stream, about older deck lists that I played. Like, can I see your old Mech Shaman list, and what Tempo Mage list did you play last season? Stuff like that. So from the last season on, I started to put the decks that I played on Hearthstone. So if you're interested, just follow the link that says, I think, my decks or Dorgan's decks, and you can see what decks I played beginning in last season, and the plan is to do this for every further deck that I play on stream. Feel free to upvote the decks there also, if you feel like it, or if you like the decks. That's about this for this week. Like, I plan to do this weekly or maybe bi-weekly, we'll see. Feel also free to provide feedback on every topic that has been discussed or has not been discussed. Thanks for watching, guys, as always, and have a nice week, and see you around next time. Bye bye.